Hello, you sweaty chickens, it's Karl here. Welcome back to part 2 of my F1 2020 My Team career mode. Straight back into the swing of things then, after what was a pretty decent race at Australia, filling up the time of activities. We only have 2 days, which is not exactly ideal, but we're going to go for some chassis team building, boost the morale there, get some good Mueller. Here we are in the facilities once again, just looking at how goddamn expensive everything is. Luckily, our Brazilian tobacco money should put us back in the good money very soon. Before I continue on, I'd just like to say thank you very much for the support on the first episode. It means a lot. I know it's not much, but genuinely, it's the best viewed video I've had in a while. So, I can't really thank you all enough. Thank you very much. I will continue to be consistent. Meanwhile, for some reason, I'm driving around Italy, even though we're clearly going to Bahrain. What's going on there? Moving on swiftly, as you can see, we can now get a secondary sponsor, as our team acclaim is now level 2. It was between 2 sponsors for me. The top one here, Atlantic, completing 75 laps over the course of a weekend. And also XXY, which literally just tell you to complete all the practice programs in a weekend. Which is pretty enticing, but we're going to go for Atlantic, the best weekly payout, and a pretty respectable goal to get as well. That is pretty fantastic. After assorting my sponsors on the car accordingly, and a much more swish helmet design, creating some more swag, we arrive at the Bahrain Grand Prix weekend. Unfortunately, no upgrades on the car. Most of them are coming on just before Vietnam, which is just fucking great, really. So we're going to have to struggle on, unfortunately, but it should be fine. Let's see how we do in qualifying. Diving excitably into Q1 then, let's get this party goddamn started. Australia was a very fruitful track for us actually, we got into Q2 pretty convincingly. However, this time I'm not so sure, because Bahrain isn't really a player track, it's more or less an AI track, but we'll see how we do. Braking nice and late, and locking up like an excited deer into turn 1, so that's not ideal at all. Or ideal, that is genuinely awful. That might not stay in, actually. Regardless, first lap in Q1 acts as a bit of a banker lap all of the time, so across the line it is P5. Alright, not too bad at all. However, unlike Australia, where we fell like a fluffy cloud, this time we fall like a rock in the Atlantic Ocean, falling down to P13, then P14, and then P5. We need to go out again, lads. So here we go then. Game face on. No mucking around here. We're going to get out of Q1 and assert ourselves dominantly into Q2. Or that is the plan anyway. Keeping it nice and tight through turn 1. Getting a bit more time. However, through turn 2, not as confident on the throttle. That's the problem with this year's game. You can get on the throttle really early, but in first and second gear, the sensitivity is biblical, as a wise man once said. Towards the end of the lap, we're about 2 tenths up, so it's been a pretty solid improvement here. However, Bahrain, it's a bit of an AI track, and to be honest, as I came through the end of the lap, it didn't feel like the best lap of all time. And so, sitting currently in P15, we're going to come across the line, and I don't think it's going to be much.
I mean, cool, but where did we end up?
Scrolling down, and as you can see, it's probably... Oh my god, yes! And a solid effort from my teammate as well. Not bad at all. Into Q2 then, and our mood is absolutely stratospherically high. Maybe we can push ourselves a little bit further than P15, maybe get P14 if we are lucky. If we actually manage to get out of P16, which we might not, so that could be quite embarrassing. However, so far, it's been a respectable lap, I'd say. Not exactly pushing the absolute limits of Bahrain or anything like that. I did turn the track limits down to reduced, because I didn't want PTSD from this episode. Australia was stressful enough. I'm not doing that again. But coming down towards the line, it's been a decent lap. Let's see if we can prepare... Oh, what the fuck? Well, it's not gone great, lads. Let's be honest. I'd give it a solid minus 6 million out of 10. We may as well have not gone out for a run at all and just saved the engine. However, you never know until you try, I guess. So, what can you do? Either way, it's not been a bad effort, actually. We did make it into Q2. We weren't expecting it, so I will 100% take that. We will have work to do, though, if we want to get any chance of points in the race tomorrow.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Jeff, if I remember correctly in practice, you and the whole team wanted me to get 17th. So which arse have you pulled that from then? Regardless, we're here quickly before the race with poorly rendered logos still visible. So we haven't sorted the budget out. However, I know what you're thinking. Has that engineer to my left finally fixed that component? Well, looking over to my left and... Oh, for God's sake, cancel the season already.
We're hoping you can get some points in this race. Good luck.
Lights out, absolutely no pressure from Jeff, but away we go in the dizzying night of Bahrain, and it's been a pretty sheepish start. Our teammate is ahead of us. We can't be having that, so we're going to absolutely lick the stamp and send it first class down the inside of about 1 million cars. It was more like 3, to be honest. We're up to P13. Kvyat, however, squeezed out. We're going to use that opportunity to get up his inside, and we're up to P12 briefly before somehow the VTech kicks in. However, he breaks too early for turn number 3. And that is a solid P12 for me already. A bit squirmish on the exit. Verstappen's now got ahead of Kvyat. Verstappen had a grid penalty, I'm pretty sure. However, that doesn't really matter. We're up to P12. He's attacking us from all angles right now. Look at this. Trying to go around the outside into the right-hander, but we're going to do a Verstappen and squeeze him off the road. Exactly what he deserves. And coming on to the end of the lap, we're not really very near Perez, so it's not been a great start at all. However, let's look at the positives here. We got past 4 cars at the start, and we're keeping Verstappen in the Red Bull at bay. Coming to the end of the lap, though, and there's poo all over the floor because he's going to get past us. Absolutely no problem at all. And to be honest, we're not even going to fight the cause. He's in a Red Bull. He's 1,000,000 times faster than us, so we'll leave him be. Oh my God, we can overtake Verstappen round the outside of turn... No. No, we can't. I don't even know why I thought that was on. Luckily for us, though, we do stay within DRS range of Perez and Verstappen ahead. And hopefully we can use that as an anchor to propel us along. Because that's pretty much the game plan now. I don't think we're going to get too much higher in this race. So it's just a case of keeping in that DRS if we can. And therefore nullifying Kvyat's charge towards our P13. Which seems to be pretty unlucky because the hairpin there is just the worst corner in the world for everybody. And especially me, because I went super wide, and now Kvyat is propelling forwards like a Russian missile. But we're going to brake late as we dare. Last of the late breakers, squeeze him out. We do maintain our seemingly very unlucky P13 for now, which isn't very ideal. And on to lap number 5. Not a lot's changed here. But Verstappen and co are now over a second ahead of me. I lost DRS. So it was a miracle I kept Kvyat behind anyway, and it's looking ever more bleak. Going to be quite a lonely race, quite a hard fought race to try and keep P13. What a shocker that is, or not! Oh my word, Max Verstappen! Oh my God, that was awful. My prepubescent days are catching up with me, but there goes Verstappen out of the race with a Honda engine failure. And that is why I chose Mercedes. It's so much more reliable. I'm sorry, Verstappen. Out of the racing. Safety car.
Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
So, we have a 100% safety car record for all the races we've done on F1 2020. So that's pretty good. What's even more good, though, look at that. Oh, we're P3. That is beautiful. However, I have the elegance of a 3-legged giraffe behind the safety car. So, with the help of my friend Fortnite Thanos, once again, let's move forwards right now. This is quite toasty. Racing is resumed and Lance Stroll is looking extremely vulnerable. We've yammed it up to Rich Mix and overtake, and we're going to look to go around the outside into turn 1, get his second place, but he breaks even later, and I thought that was going to be a massive car crash, but somehow Stroll still has a front wing. We're sliding about. Kvyat behind us looking punchy, but we squeeze him out and we maintain P3. And this is quite the golden opportunity here because there are a bunch of top-level cars stuck in a massive train behind us. So as long as we keep track position here, we could be in for some very good points. So let's hope we can defend as well as we can for the rest of this race. Hello there, lap 10. Very nice to see you. Hello, lap number 11. Nice to see you too. We're setting a pretty reasonable pace on our worn mediums for now. We're keeping Kvyat at bay like we did before. So it seems like normal service is resumed. As you can see though, Stroll having a bit of a floundering lap 11. We somehow caught up massively. And it's just a train, a Ferrari in the train there. I think there was a Red Bull in that train as well. So it's all kicking off here. And we have DRS on Lance Stroll coming onto lap number 12 here. Braking late as we dare into turn 1. And oh, hello. He's a bit squirmy. Oh, good lord. He's very squirmy. And suddenly P2 looks to be very much on the cards here. DRS, can we go for anything? We brake late and consider going around the outside, but we do think better of it. We maintain P3, but the chance is definitely there. PR Motorsport versus RP Racing Point. Who's gonna win? Answer:
Me. No, it's gonna be me. There is no way I am letting this Canadian Fruit Loop finish ahead of me.
That's the aim of the game, and the name of the game will be overtaking as we go into turn 1. We forced him to the fence to the inside. He gives us a bit of argy-bargy as we try and go round the outside, but luckily we have the inside line for turn 2. Get the move done, or do we? Because we were a bit squirmish on the exit. However, we do squeeze Stroll out, deter him from going for another move. And that is P2. P1! Oh my god, we're leading, lads. A glorious day. However, it didn't last very long at all, because it's lap number 14. And on this lap, we're going to come into the pits and fit on a fresh set of boots, being the hard tyres for our one stop of the entire race. We've been keeping Stroll at bay, which is pretty good news. It's just been a game of cat and mouse, really. I've been quick at some parts, and in all the other parts, he's been quicker. Our car isn't great, to be honest. I was trying to look for a positive. To be honest, our car is a load of shit. However, it's going good so far. We're going to come into the pits and fit the hard tyres.
Insert funny man F1 hard-on joke here.
We've come out of the pits in the middle of a Ferrari sandwich. Vettel on the soft tyres. Interesting move there, my friend. That means he's going to have to stop again in this race. He's really shot himself in the foot. Leclerc behind us, and I'm not even going to fight the cause. Through he goes. He's way faster. We're not here to fight Ferraris. We're here to fight the midfield pack for now. We can consider the front runners another day. But it seems like normal service is going to be resumed here as we cut on to the end of lap number 15. Luckily, actually, we do get DRS and Vettel comes in. Up to P6 we go. And now it's a case of hopefully defending from Stroll, continuing to use the DRS to the greatest of our abilities and securing the bag with a load of points to our name. There are still some cars that need to pit though, so on to the end of lap number 16. Are there any cars wanting to pit?
No.
But onto lap 18, it's about to get very tasty. Ricciardo and Albon are in the pits, and that means we are P4. Lance Stroll has used bloody nitrous oxide to catch up to us there. Good lord, he must have been using his overtake to absolutely no end, because that was just ridiculous, quite frankly. We use a bit of overtake of our own coming out of that next corner to make sure that he doesn't get us. And onto lap number 19, the other Renault comes in of Esteban Ocon, and we're in a podium position here. But I don't think it's going to last very long because, as you can see, Albon is behind Stroll. But here comes Karl's Masterclass Tactics section. This is the part as I slide about all over the place. So that's a great name for that section. Well done, mate. But we're going to use the opportunity with our nice straight line speed setup to use Lance Stroll as an anchor so that he has DRS and Albon can't pass him. Which worked pretty well, actually, until it didn't. It took only one lap for Albon to overtake Stroll, and no surprise, he's on the medium tyres. What is that? He tries to have a horrendous double dive, tried to get us and Stroll in one go. I'm not having any of that. If he wants to play games, we're going to cut him off. I didn't think I cut him off that much. The AI not trying to go aggressively on the track limits. He tries to go down the inside again. We cut off his line horrendously there, like scissors through cake. However, on to the end of the lap. Our effort was in vain. And now Bottas is behind us. It's getting even worse. But by using Albon's DRS capabilities coming out of this second corner, as long as we stay within a second of him for the rest of this lap, we should be able to keep Bottas pretty much behind us. Albon sets the fastest lap. And say goodbye to Bottas, everyone.
Bruh.
But luckily, thanks to all the battling that Bottas and Albon did with Stroll, we're over 1.5 seconds ahead of him. And although we do slide out of the hairpin, we did stay within Bottas's DRS. And as a result, we can just pull away that little bit more. The gap so far, 1.5 seconds. Hopefully, we can keep that up. Although the Racing Point has generally been quicker. We are sliding about as well, which isn't going to help our cause. So, we've got a lot of work to do. However, P5 could well and truly be on the cards here. So, let's get it. Lap 24 came and went, and then lap 25 appeared, and then lap 26 as well, but the gap slowly being chipped away, as you can see. As we move on further, it's now 1.0 and then down towards 9/10 as we come towards the hairpin. I'm going really tentatively so I don't understeer off the track, and also partially because our slow speed isn't very good, but Stroll is in DRS range of us, and Ricciardo on his mediums has cleared the moving chicane. That is Raikkonen. So it really is going to be a sweaty finish now.
18.
But ladies and gents, Karl's masterclass tactics. We're going to do an absolute job. Stroll, not even in DRS range. What a shocker that is. However, he will be very soon as we come on a bit further into the lap, round the hairpins. Going over the curb like a bumbling old moron. But Stroll is in DRS, and that means Ricciardo can't catch us. It is not a case of a Red Bull on fresher tyres trying to get past now. It is a midfield car, and that Renault engine is definitely not as fast as us. So hopefully, using the power of the DRS and the straight line speed, Danny Rick on his much more competitive medium tyre set won't be able to do anything about our stonking pace. And as you can see, Stroll still within that second barrier. As we come through the last corner, we generally get a lovely exit compared to Stroll. No different this time. We pull away just a tad, but he has DRS, and Ricciardo just can't make a move. So it's absolutely excellent. Lap 28 was fine, but here comes the really sweaty part. The last lap of the Grand Prix, we are holding down P5, and Lance Stroll has got some mega DRS deployment on us. We try squeezing him, and there's a bit of contact as he tries to go around the outside of turn 1. We do squeeze him out, though, maintaining P5, and I believe him and Ricciardo are going to get into some argy-bargy moments very soon, as we got DRS, actually. So that's excellent stuff. Ricciardo now going for the move on Stroll. I believe he's going round the outside. I can't see properly. He could be doing anything right now, but he is going for the move, and it's brilliant news, because that means he can't get anywhere near us, and neither can Stroll as they fight away. I began weaving away after that little straight on the hairpin. Hamilton wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Mercedes keep up their 100% winning record for the season so far, although it's only been 2 races, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves, lads. But let's get very excited now, because we're going to get points for the first time this season in only our 2nd race. We got so close in Australia, but the Racing Point and the Renaults had no answer. We're going to come home in Bahrain to take P5.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Who would have thunk it? My own F1 team. P5 in only its 2nd race. Absolutely beautiful. We're only half a minute off the Mercedes as well. We're making gains every single race. Although the P5 is absolutely excellent and we did drive pretty damn well, I'd like to think, I do have to credit the safety car that did come out thanks to Max Verstappen. Without that safety car, we wouldn't have had the track position to be in that incredible position we were in. P3 before getting absolutely mullered by Albon and Bottas, but we shan't talk about that. But while our race was incredible and it was a great strategy from the team and a fantastic drive, I do wonder where my teammate finished. Now that is one mega problem. You've got some explaining to do, mate. However, still an absolutely fantastic race. Let's go for another interview with my man, Will Buxton. What? Are you joking? I thought this bitch died with F1 2019. What's going on?
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Ah, Claire, how I've missed your reused audio clips. Yeah, if you do the maths, we gained 11 places.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
I should bloody hope so. I just got 10 points. I'll be very angry.
Appreciate your time.
Cheers, boss woman, into the team acclaim screen. We're now up to level 2. That's pretty fantastic stuff. Juan Manuel still languishing in level 4. We're going to catch up in no time at this rate. Team acclaim's level 3. That's good news, and even more good news comes in the form of cash. We complete the sponsor objective, another 100k in the Pussycat. That's great news. We also got an air upgrade, which appeared for about 0.6 seconds, but that will 100% be on for the next race in Vietnam. Great stuff. A great episode. Make sure you don't miss the next one either, because I am very sure it's going to be just as much of a corker as these first two were. Until then, thank you very much for watching this episode of F1 2020 My Team. As you can see though, it gets even better, because our logo is actually rendered. Mate, this episode is just a bit of a blinder, isn't it? If you did enjoy, then do please like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my uploads, including more F1 2020 My Team episodes. Plenty is on the way. Make sure you don't miss it. I also have various social medias you can go and follow. Links will all be in the description down below. But until the next episode or next video, whatever it may be, once again, thank you all ever so much for watching. Do stay safe, and I will see you very soon.